age of the music industry, the Vince McMahon
temporarily now. Once again, we have to keep rotating on the Facebook feed. Last night we had a clear run on the show, so we are probably going to be having difficult. The fact that nothing's being done currently at this moment is about to post right now on my Facebook. Work. I mean, it will work, but it'll say it's online, and then it'll tell you it's not online. So switch on over there. We're going to be there. Backstage with AJ Blues.
Attention everyone.
Your local favorites are on now. Backstage with AJ Blues.
I mean, this is rough as sandpaper, but that's what it is.
That's what we like.
We're the ones that fired the first shot in the killing war. Now what we got? Building jails instead of schools, 'cause paying taxes for folk too. Goddamn South Carolina. Goddamn South Carolina. Well, the government can all go to hell, long as you are all doing well. Riding around in your SUVs, you ought to be in shirts and strapped up sleeves. Goddamn South Carolina. Goddamn South Carolina. Don't feel bad when they play you for a fool. Ain't like you had a chance to learn much at school. All your lawyers, politicians, and preachers. Yeah, all the people down, let's get some teachers. Goddamn! Now you cops with the stuff you do. Undermines the Constitution you all swore to. Goddamn South Carolina. Coming in on 95. See them both at welcome signs and wonder what paid for that, and you worry about poor folks getting fat. Goddamn South Carolina. Federal crews need to come back down, burn this motherfucker down. And you say, what good would that do? Since you had to start anew, had to sit for in a different place. Slavery should be some minimum wage. Goddamn South Carolina. 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 Hide yourself in a different place, 'cause the minimum wage is still the same as slaves. Goddamn South Carolina. Goddamn South Carolina. Goddamn South Carolina.
Oh my goodness, that was Jeff Norwood for you on Backstage with AJ Blues. Before that, Tim Allen's Blues Time Band, two of our favorites we like to have on this show. Whenever we're talking about the stuff that we're talking about. Getting a little bit of a glare. All right, let's try this again. We were doing a Facebook thing, and we ran into some issues there. Once again, imagine that we would have issues on Facebook being hacked. Well, at least the signal. I don't know about anything else, but we were definitely having problems once again. Last night, we redid things and no problem. We even put a few blockers in there, and we're getting hit all over again. So, one step forward, two steps back is what they say, right? I'm going to read you some stuff here. Yeah, whoever's doing what is scrambling this. I mean, I'm looking now at what the result was, and it is definitely a scramble. Let's see. Do I still have this? Yes, I do, I think. Snapchat app was used to make a threat or something. That threat turned out to be not a legit threat. I'm like, okay, but there was a threat, supposedly. Apparently they're doing a hoax of some sort. And then they're looking at it being the same thing with today's event. And my whole thing is, if it came in last night, you got all that manpower, you're setting up all this, and then you're putting people at all the schools, and you're not making an arrest, and you're just kind of like, oh, well, you know, and then there's a whole mix of stuff that, that you're saying here. So I'm just gonna tell you here, this is what I've come up with, and I'm basically kind of asking at the same time. So let me get this straight. Friday at one school down the road, and last night a threat posted for another school in town. Mixed reports on this about, that they know who did it, and then there's no arrest because it wasn't a legit threat. Then they don't know who, and then they're also going through the apps, and the apps are so complex it takes time to go through to verify. What a bunch of crap. Come on, let's be real here, okay? I mean, the man hours, being put into this, being paid by taxpayers, to cover all this. Look here, someone hacks my account on Twitter. The same account I let be known very publicly that I do not use because it was compromised last year, and people should contact me either on Facebook or on the phone. After all, I even got a screenshot, whenever they had me locked up on that stuff, and the account was still going. That account was arguing with a kid. So, you can't tell me. They don't have computers in jail, okay? It just ain't there for people to use. But somebody does it again to me, I get arrested just like that, just like that. And they used one of the videos. They obviously took a video that I've been using in a commentary on Facebook. They took a George Carlin video. I get arrested for the George Carlin video. These guys are doing pictures with guns, I guess. I don't know, and threatening violence, actual threats of violence, from what I understand. Not use of a comedian, but actual threats of violence, and nothing's gonna happen to them. Oh man, what the hell, nobody questioned anything with my stuff. It was, I was doing a function that night. I can account for every minute of my time. And then, the next day working on the car, boom, I'm arrested for it. For one person and another person that I don't know. And I'm like, okay. But nobody ever checked the electronics. Sure, I just went, there's a guy that wants to, but he disappeared. I was actually going to talk to him, but I think his views are twisted anyway. So we waited for the discovery or something. But when I first heard about this, I really thought, this whole event that was going on today, I really thought, okay, they're going to blame this on me. And whenever I saw too that there was something that happened Friday and nobody said anything about it, I said, well, that's obviously what they're trying to do then. They must be looking to blame it on me. I was fully expecting a knock on the door because of this. That's why I went trolling through the reports. I wanted to see, who had what to say. I was waiting for it because, every time something's happened around here, my name gets thrown up. So I figured, that's what it was. But anyway, guess what? I turned over my IP addies to my attorneys to verify everything. I took screenshots of everything that we were using, the phone, and I just, I was able to pull it up and copy and paste it. It's all there. I've turned all this stuff over. Apparently they have Discovery now, and it doesn't look like there's a match. Well, duh, didn't that what I was saying in the beginning? So, in fact, they're finding other areas here that, and see, I didn't jump into it this time. I mean, I found discrepancies on the last case, but I figured my hands are not touching any of that stuff. Let them discover it and deal with it, because I've got other things to worry with. But and let's not forget too all the harassing calls and the texts that have actually come from kids. And what they're doing is using an app. They're using an app because I'll block one number and they turn around and I'd report it, and then they turn around with a different number and it's the same person. They'd always identified themselves as the same person every time. And that's been turned over. I haven't heard anything about that. I mean, my attorneys contacted law enforcement with it because it was happening. We were getting screenshots of everything. I haven't heard word one on that. The cyber attacks here going on right now. I've been finding the networks. I've been finding what's getting on the network and tracing the signals. And a lot of them go to a little 5 points. So people are over there doing this stuff, it would appear. And did we not forget about my website? BackStageTalkWithAJBlues.com. That thing's been hacked since 2016, and nobody's done a damn thing about that. I had all my radio links and stuff up there. I had everything, events, previous recordings and stuff, interviews with Maurice Williams. I had you got stuff there that I've done with Joe Penner from WIS. I mean, there was all sorts of stuff on this site. And I guarantee you, what's on there now ain't what I put on there. And a lot of that information is untrue. And I'm tired of defending that because people say, well, how come it says this here? Well, why don't you turn the page and read? People don't read. They look at, see, whatever happened to that old saying, don't judge a book by its cover. So I'm just like, hello, I get hit and nobody gives a crap. They'd rather just go ahead and say, oh, well, he did it. And then all these other things going on and nobody's doing crap about that. I mean, this is putting fear. That is putting fear into people because, the shootings. A friend of mine, his kid was arrested with a group of other kids. And that was for stealing food from the cafeteria. And that was even on the Kevin Cohen show. It was a group of kids, and apparently there was a sign in the cafeteria as well about, the penalty for doing that was suspension, maybe 3 days or something. No, they arrested these kids, made them go before a judge, and they're facing, last I heard, they were facing possible expulsion. And that there were other options like PTI or something. I don't know. I have not followed up on that with my friend. He's definitely had his hands full with the kids lately, so I just haven't been plundering into it. But you see that happen, and then you hear about the events of the day and the other event, and nothing's happened on that. As far as we are being told, anyway. So, where's the sense at? I mean, wake up, people. These little darlings are not little darlings, okay? They're very freaking smart. I've been trying to tell you, it's not kids being kids anymore. They may be trying to get out of school. I mean, they've definitely upped the level. I mean, they've turned into little terrorists. I mean, they're the way they're doing on the web, the way that, they've done in people's yards, including my own, the way they are on the street. The road's been fixed and it's turned into a drag strip again, right around going on 4 o'clock in the afternoon, man, it's drag racing time. I'm talking both lanes too. I mean, you need to have a tree out there and just let them line up. Put a little bleach down, just go ahead and get it over. Y'all gonna do a racing? At least do it even start, you know? Right? No, I'm not encouraging this. I am being sarcastic about this. So don't even think that either, people. But I mean, you know, it's stuff that, you know, has been, you know, people in this neighborhood, you know, been kind of fed up with some of that stuff. And this stuff just keeps progressing and progressing, and we hear it on the news, you know. And when I see it, you know, and I think about how it could pertain to me, I'm gonna speak a little bit about it because, you know, it scared the crap out of me when I heard about this. I said, "Oh, this is just one more thing they're going to come at me for that I didn't do." And like I said, I really expected that BS to come that way. I mean, I was talking with my attorney this morning about it, and he said, "Oh, no, we know you don't mess with that, and you're good. You're good." I said, "Well, everybody knew I didn't mess with the other stuff either, and yet I got in trouble for that." So, I mean, what do you do? It can happen to anybody. In fact, in the state paper, I believe, a few days ago, there was an instance where an 8-year-old kid was on Twitter. The 8-year-old's account got hacked and put out threats or something. I don't have the whole story on that. We were discussing it one morning, and I just shook my head because, yeah, I believe it, because these kids are smart. I mean, hell, when I was in school and I was little, I mean, I was taking stuff apart, putting it back together. I mean, the technology then is different than now. It's a lot easier for people to do it now, and they can get in there and just go. I mean, it's just that easy. And then there's more articles about Twitter. I mean, just like the YouTube shooting. One of the survivors let his people know that he had survived. He was out of the situation, and then somebody turned around and hacked his account and started talking junk to everybody. So apparently Twitter is bad mojo. And everybody wanting to say follow us on Twitter and all, I'll say I'll pass. I'm sorry, I ain't got no use for it. It's bad mojo. And, you know, if law enforcement has that account now, they can keep it. I don't want it. Ain't no good come from that account. And I didn't even set it up in the first place. I remember one of the musicians did that for me and wanted to manage it and all that. And I was like, yeah, well, but, you know, that was a different day and time, too, on that one. But, you know, these kids need more involvement from their family. That's obviously that's one step. And then there are other steps, too. And hopefully, maybe with all this that's happened, that'll start happening more, although I doubt it. But, you know, who says that? I said that. AJ Blues. Let's get into a little bit of music, or shall we just continue talking? I mean, because we've had such a fun time tonight with cyber attacks. I'm surprised that we're still going. Oh, yeah, that's right. We're not on Facebook. We'll try to get this over to Facebook, though, and see how that works out. But I'm kind of ticked about it because I know how I've been treated, and to see what's going on on the news, and they talk about all this manpower that they've put out extra, and nobody's paying. I mean, who's paying for that? Seriously. So far, it ain't the culprits. And if they do know who they are, I don't know why they're passing it up, unless it's just like the situation we had with the 2 little Dylan roofs out here that Scotty Fryer covered up for them for about a year and a half, or over a year and a half, excuse me, because he had a relationship with the mama in school. You know, I'm like, I don't give a crap about that. you could have done the job and stopped it a lot sooner, and it just kept escalating, and they filed false charges against my stepdad, and then they tried to do false reports on me. So, I mean, and they did. They changed their story several times on both of us, different occasions. So, I mean, the kids do lie. They do lie, and they can be tripped up pretty damn easily on those lines. So, I mean, I don't know what to tell y'all anymore. I mean, really, I can tell the other people out there that going through problems, and if you're blue collar, living paycheck to paycheck, you're struggling and carrying on the best you can. I can tell you right now, Chris Wooten ain't going to look out for you. Nobody else is going to look out for you. AJ Blues will look out for you, but I'm going to need you to do me one favor only, and I know I don't want a dime from you. The only thing I want from you is a vote May 1st. I want you guys to get out to the polls. No, they're not going to advertise it. I'm telling you, they're going to slide a hand, but you can call the Lexington County Voter Registration Office and verify this. May 1st is still the election for House District 69. Make sure you're registered to vote. Make sure you know where to go to vote, because they might try moving polls again. They did that they did that during the primaries. Find out where it is. Get out there to it. All I'm asking for is some of your time, and to type in on that fancy little touchscreen computer voting machine, AJ Blues, BLUES, and surprise them. Send a message, because I will fight hard for you. I've been doing it all this time. How about give me a little bit of love back and let me do it even further for y'all? Because if you think I'm giving them a hard time now with all that they have put on me, wait till I get in office. Who says that? I said that. AJ Blues. Now we're going to go into some music. What would you like to hear? We'll just go into this. You enjoy it. I always enjoy it.
WDLN DeLorean Radio is on now. Serving Columbia, St. Andrews, Irmo, and Lexington.
Where is the bluesman?
I'm not sure.
An elected legislature can trample a man's rights as easily as a king can.
A city so corrupt we have infiltrated every level of its infrastructure.
First tonight, a Department of Homeland Security worker is running an inflammatory website promoting a race war.
For too long, we were blind to the pain that the Confederate flag stirred in too many of our citizens. Republicans and Democrats now acknowledge, including Governor Haley.
It's time to move the flag from the Capitol grounds.
So this is how liberty dies. With thunderous applause.
Half of writing history is hiding the truth.
That's how it starts. The fever, the rage, the feeling of powerlessness that turns good men cruel.
But mark my words. This war will be fought not on the frontier or on some distant battlefield, but amongst us, among our homes. Our children will learn of it with their own eyes. And the innocent will die with the rest of us.
Do you think he's coming back?
I don't know.
Here's a little Brent Lundy for you on Backstage with AJ Blues.
Two of us together, like rocks in the tide. We may be weathered, but we're never gonna slide. Should you want protection, should you need a hand, through these unspoken words, you know I understand. Through the waiting, through the years and over miles, the darkest night, the howling wind, the water's high. I go through all to be with you, my love, until I do. Baby, be strong. Baby, be true. Never let nothing get over you. Baby, be free to live like you do. Baby, be strong, be true. You don't need me to hold your hand. You don't need me, but I'll be right back by your side when I can. When I can. Through the waiting, through the years and over miles, the darkest night, the howling wind, the water's high. I go through all to be with you, my love, until I do. Baby, be strong. Baby, be true. Never let nothing get over you. Baby, be free to live like you do. Baby, be strong, be true. Baby, be strong. Baby, be true. Never let nothing get over you. Baby, be free to live like you do. Baby, be strong, be true. Baby, be strong, be true. Baby, be strong, be true. Be true. Be true. Be true. Yeah, be true. Be true.
Let's go on a spaceship ride past the moon and the stars. Tonight we'll see the planets in the sparkling sky, holding hands as we pass them by. We're getting closer to the sun, and it's getting so warm. My teardrops evaporate in your arms. Please let that shining star be the one that takes us far, because it's you and me together right now. When it's past midnight, you'll be by my side, because I know deepest fears. Engines failing, we don't know what to do. Red lights flashing, it's just me and you. Please let that shining star be the one that takes us far. 'Cause it's you and me together right now. When it's past midnight, you'll be by my side. 'Cause I know you're the one for me. We're crashing down with nowhere to land. We're falling through a black hole, and I don't think you understand. 'Cause I don't think you understand. Please let that shining star be the one that takes us far. 'Cause it's you and me together right now. When it's past midnight, you'll be by my side. 'Cause I know you're the one for me. Da 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 oh. 'Cause I know you're the one for me.
All right, Backstage with AJ Blues. That was Paisley Marie for you. One of her earlier ones. I need to catch up with her and get some more stuff. Daughter of Wayne Crash Andrews from Crash Cadillac. Cadillac. Say it. Okay, so here we are, Tuesday evening. It is 8:45 p.m. We have been plagued by technical difficulty once again because someone cannot leave us alone. And I know people have been paying attention to this show, and, well, I'm just wondering when somebody's going to do something about it. But looks like we're changing a few things around. We're going to be... Normally I try to give you about an hour, at least on the Facebook. This show runs 24/7 on Ustream.tv. And... but I had some other things I was going to be doing. Did not expect to be on this thing this late. I know. What are you saying? You know, back in the day, I do 7 to midnight a lot of times and just keep on rocking and rolling with you guys. There is an event going on. I don't know if I'm going to go to it, but I'm going to talk to somebody else about that event. It started at 7:30. That is the Jam at the Blues Shack, hosted by Rick Marsh, and he's done a lot for the music community, and he loves playing the blues. So, and if you do know where it is and you do go find yourself out there, make sure you put in some good time inside, because a lot of people go over there and they'll spend some time with him, and then they'll spend the rest of the time on the back porch smoking a cigarette, because you can't smoke inside. So make sure you definitely show some love and be inside and participate. Participation is always a must. Even if you're not playing, you can at least give some support to the music that to be jamming, because I have not mentioned, I don't think I've mentioned it really, that I was out there last Tuesday night and I played the harmonica. With everything going on, I mean, I did do it. Because Tuesday was a bad day for me anyway, so. But still not quite feeling it. You know, I mean, everybody enjoyed it. For a moment there, I kind of felt pretty good on stage, but then, the moment kind of passed for me, and I removed myself from the stage, of course. And but that's a different story for another time. I'm sure anyone can understand with everything that's been going on. And but I'm still fighting for you, okay? I'm just not doing as much of it on a stage. Give me time. I may return. Just give me time. And in the meantime, though, I want to continue fighting for you and against this corruption. This election is really about corruption, and we've got it thick as thieves. Literally. Get out May 1st. May 1st. Make sure you're registered. Find out, call and double check where your polling center is going to be, because they've been playing games moving people around lately. So make sure exactly where you need to go and get out there and vote. It's going to be a low turnout completely across the board. I am so certain of this, because Wooten is not, he thinks he has it. He thinks he has it. So get out there and do it. Please just do it. I need your help. All you got to do is get on that little touch screen and do the write-in option. And then put in AJ Blues. That's all you got to do. All you got to do. That's all I'm asking. A little bit of your time. It's going to be such a low turnout. You won't have to wait. I am that sure of this. Like I said, they think they got it. They don't. I mean, they're not even advertising to get out and do it, because he just doesn't figure he's going to lose. So let's send him a message, shall we? Send a loud one that says AJ Blues, and I'll take it over from there. Who says that? I said that. AJ Blues. We're winding down to the end of our time here. Yes, I'm going to cut it about 10 minutes early. I'm not going to give you the full hour's worth of stuff. So we're going to get back into it. Here's another friend of mine that I'm trying to help out. The band, not the band split, but the guy on the vocals, he may even be out there at the jam tonight. But this song's called I'm Done. The band was For Hire. So, and you heard it here on Backstage with AJ Blues.